hard for it, though. Did well in the end.
OK.
Yeah.
Right, well, as I said, Scotland have moved up to North Shopping, and we can go up there to the hotel. Now, I think the Scottish have looked after the players well, Jim. The planning, the pre-planning.
This is the holiday residence of Prince Carl. It's better than a flat in Frinton, isn't it?
It's a bit Scottish looking.
Looks like Loch Lomond in the background there.
It's
I mean, it does look like a Scottish castle. Oh, it's even got a Scottish flag.
And there's Richard. Hi, Richard. How are you? OK?
Yeah. Not too bad, thanks.
Good man. First of all, I've got to congratulate the skipper of the team yesterday. Wonderful display by you boys.
We're very disappointed, obviously, with the result at the end of the day. I thought we put up quite a good performance, and you know, to lose with a goal 30 minutes from time was very disappointing.
But I mean, they are some side.
Very good side. They've got maybe 4 or 5 world-class players, and I think they might just go all the way.
You do feel that you may have played the strongest team in the competition, then, Richard?
I'll tell you that after Monday.
Well, you've got nothing to lose, have you, in the next game?
No, nothing at all. Nothing at all.
But I thought your attitude, you had a right go at them, and I think if you carry that into the German game, you know, you can get something. Now, you watched him last night. What were the boys' opinion of the German side?
We actually didn't see their game last night. We'll be watching it tonight, Ian. But like you say, if we carry the same spirit and determination into the next 2 games, I'm sure we'll be able to take something from one of those games.
And Vuller's out, of course, broke his arm.
That's right, but they've got another replacement called Klinsmann. I heard he's not bad either.
Oh, but yeah, Klinsmann could play it, but we're just looking at the incident here, and I mean, how Voller broke his arm, nobody seems to know, because rather an innocuous-looking challenge, that, wasn't it?
I think he had a protective covering on it before the game, so he must have been having a problem with it before.
Yeah.
Now, tell me that McCoist and McKimmie have only joined you today to stay behind for the usual drugs testing that players get.
That's right. They got held back last night, and we had to get a plane up here last night. So they had a night in Gothenburg.
Not a night out.
Did they have a night out, Rich?
I think which they enjoyed more than we did.
I'll tell you what, I'd give them a drugs test this morning if I was you.
I'm not too worried about Coist here. It's actually Stuart McKimmie I'm worried about.
Well, you know, in one of the papers we have here, that Bergkamp has tipped Scotland to get to the semi-finals.
Oh, that's nice of him.
That is nice of him, isn't it? Not nice of him scoring a goal against him, but nice of him to tip us to go through.
Is everybody fit, Richard?
Everyone is fit. I think Paul McStay's got a slight bang on his calf, but I think everyone is fit.
Yeah. Now, what would you think, Richard? I know that you're disappointed not getting a result, but if things went that way, what would success be for Scotland? A point, 2 points, or are you saying we must, you know, get more than 2 points out of this?
To qualify for the semi-final, I think we need 3 points. So it means maybe drawing against Germany and beating the CIS. I don't think 2 points would be enough. But the morale in the group's high, because I don't think we let ourselves down yesterday. And like in the 1990 World Cup, we lost the first game to Costa Rica and managed to come back and beat Sweden. In
many ways, you haven't had the problem that the English lads have had. Nothing's been expected of you, Richard. Has that been a big help?
A big help, Jimmy, definitely. We've always come away to these tournaments and expected to beat teams, and we've ended up getting egg on our faces by losing against them. But when you're playing against the European champions, followed by the world champions, and then the CIS who put out Italy in their qualifying group, like you say, nothing's expected of us, so I think the term underdog suits us.
And the Scottish fans were very happy in the stadium yesterday, and I think that says a lot.
I think they were happy with the spirit of the team and the performance we put up.
OK, Richard, well, continued luck for you. Keep it going.
Thanks very much.
Good luck, Richard. Good luck, mate.
Right, well, another quick break now. In part 3, Ron Atkinson joins us to give us his views on the action so far. We've the answer to our first goal competition and more of Greavsie meeting the people of Stockholm. Don't go away. You won't be taking penalties for England, will
I
I?
don't think so.
OK, right, now we can return to the England Hotel in Malmo, where Ron Atkinson, who's part of the ITV team, is in Sweden. He's waiting to talk to us. Big Ron, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Saint.
What have you been up to today?
What have you been doing, Ron?
Do you catch your plane all right, Greavsie?
I did. Thank you for getting me to the airport so early.
You've been watching training and things this morning, Ron, have you?
Been working very hard this morning, Ian, yeah.
Well, we've actually got a shot of you working very hard.
Giving the full echo there. I mean, I know that you're working for Sky, but there's no need to use it on our programme for an advert, Ron. I mean, that's stronging it a bit too much, that, isn't it?
In all fairness, you might think it's easy. That's the hard part of the trip.
Yeah.
Oh, right, down to the serious business, Ron, although that is a serious business for you as well.
It was.
What about the football so far?
It's been okay, hasn't been great. Like you say, I heard you say earlier, Holland have started off quite well. Germany looked ominous. All the others are much of a muchness. France, for me, are well beatable. You know, I saw Denmark play, and I would think from the England point of view, they shouldn't be having to worry about France. They obviously will have to respect them. The guy you've been talking about, Papin, is a good player. But apart from him, you know, Saint, I can't really see where France can score from.
Well, you seem to be very confident. You've met Graham Taylor there, obviously. He's about the place. Yeah. Is he as confident?
I think so. I think there's been a little bit of knocking back home, apparently, and that gets through to them a little bit. I don't think they like that. They like the country to be behind them, but... you know, it's a major tournament, and you live and fall by what you do.
The country might well be behind them. It's the press that aren't, Ron, isn't it?
Well, I think that's... it depends on your expectancies. I mean, I didn't think the England performance against Denmark was any better or any worse than I've seen him over the last half a dozen occasions.
Yeah, but I mean, he's picking up on little things. I mean, for instance, you know, the league table that we put up. Now, there you are. England were at the bottom, which is normal because it's alphabetical order, right?
And the alphabet's been around a long time.
And he said that was hitting England's morale. Well, ITV, we've decided because he's a pal of ours, we're going to do it this way, Ron. What do you think of that?
So we've put it in French, you see.
So he's not bottom now. Do you think that'll keep him happy?
Well, I think that's right. I think that's how it should be. I certainly hope it finishes up like that.
Should.
I tell you, the problem we've got, though...
Now, the other group caption is even better, actually, Ron, because whatever language you'd care to say, it's exactly the same. Whatever happens, it's still Scotland, bottom. Yeah, you can't get out of that one.
I bet the Saints tried. I bet he's tried to get them put above Holland.
He has tried, actually.
In all fairness, they did play very well, didn't they, last night, Scotland?
Yeah, they did. They did.
But I mean, what puzzles me here, you know, people talking about England. I mean, we haven't played, as I say, any worse or any better than we've done over.
No, that's right.
But we haven't. People expecting classic performances from England.
Okay.
That's right.
Are kidding themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just haven't got classic players.
Well, stay there, and we'll come back to you in a minute. Don't go away. The sun's out.
There's no danger of that.
Like Big Ron, many of the top club managers are here in Sweden to keep an eye on the tournament with possible transfers in mind. And yesterday in Gothenburg, I met Sampdoria boss Sven-Goran Eriksson, who just signed Des Walker and is reported to be eyeing Stuart Pearce and Paul McStay. Well, I asked him, you know, what England are missing.
Well, as I saw the other day, I think they miss a little bit of fantasy. They're fighting, they're trying, but you're missing some rapid players, some player who can dribble. The first half they had Merson who could beat his men, but he was more or less the only one who did it. And of course it's difficult to play if you don't beat your opponent sometimes.
Big Ron, you reckon that Graham should relieve Gary Lineker of the captaincy? Is that your feeling?
Yes. First and foremost, I don't think playing up front is an ideal position for a captain.
No.
Secondly, of course, Jim, Link's his greatest thing for the English side is his ability to score goals. And I would say to him, look, be single-minded, forget about captaincy, just get selfish and do what you do best. Score goals. England need your goals. And you shouldn't have to be bothered with the other problems of trying to look after other players.
Yeah, now, we've seen you creeping around the hotel earlier on there. Any whispers about the side, do you think?
Not really. I mean, I thought I heard Jim say earlier, and I think it's a safe bet Keown won't play. And which is a blow because I think he would have got the job of going 1-to-1 on Papin.
Yeah.
Which is essential. England have got to have him marked. You know, even as I say, if it means playing 10v10 for the rest of the match.
Yeah.
Will they play then with a sweeper on, do you think?
I think he will certainly play with an insurance man at the back, if that's what you want to call him. And I think it's a safe bet now. Trevor Steven will play on the right side of the team. Who gets the marking job now? I thought maybe Walker would have done. sorry, maybe Walker would have got the last man job. But the way Graham was talking early, there is a possibility he may decide to sacrifice Walker and say, go on, you go and see Papanov.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Ron. Enjoy the sun.
It's raining here, by the way.
See you later.
Is it real?
You right, Jim? How do you think England will go tomorrow?
I think England and France will draw.
You think so?
I think it will go down to the last game in our group.
Right, well, we'll see. Right, well, before we go, the answer to the first of our goal competitions, where you can join us in Gothenburg for the European Championship final in a week on Friday. Of the 5 candidates from the 1988 Championship, our judge, Jack Charlton, chose this one. And Jack went for the Van Basten goal.
Van Basten, of course, it was a great goal. The occasion was great. I personally think he meant to cross it himself, but there you are. No, it was a great goal, great occasion, and one can understand why Jack...
and there's our winner, Malcolm Wolfe from Parsonage Lees in Harlow and Essex.
An Essex man like myself, say.
Yeah. So congratulations, Malcolm. Enjoy your trip to the final. There'll be more competitions throughout our coverage on ITV starting tomorrow. Well, let's just check on the lineup of programmes to come on ITV. First tomorrow, it's France against England live at 3:45. On Monday, Holland against the CIS at 7 o'clock, with highlights of Scotland against Germany. Now, on Wednesday, we have highlights of the decisive game in Group 1, including Sweden against England. Then on Thursday, we'll be live with either Holland against Germany or Scotland against the CIS. And as you know, we'll be back next Saturday in our usual slot at 1:10.
We will.
Looking forward to that, Jim.
We will be back.
OK, well, that's it. You know what England need against the French tomorrow? A knight in shining armour. I think, Greavsie, you found him this morning.
Well, you did.
Bye.
These are for the
Yeah! Here we go!
Sega, supporters of ITV's coverage of the European Championship.